Hey guys, Mustang here bringing a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at Broly on the Giant Ape Power team. Now, when this first came out, or when Broly first got added into the files, I should say, and that day that I did the private server showcase, after I'd recorded it, I did actually try him out in this event on this team, and it actually went very, very well, but largely, I think, due to just the way like the Giant 8 Power team works. I mean, my Broly is 55%. I've been leveling up his links. We all kind of know that he's not really built for this event, really. So I'm going to see what happens if we put him in slot 1 on the first turn. But yeah, that run went really well when I tried it out, because we took a bunch of damage in the first turn, which, as you can see, we are doing here, and are now probably just going to die because of course we got supered immediately, but basically made it through to the second turn on low HP, which then triggers the like 2 turns in a row, because obviously they both have the ability to do it, Super Saiyan 4 Goku transformation, which then, of course, negates the super attacks, gets rid of like the AoE. So it actually worked out really, really well. But you got to get very, very lucky, because obviously Broly here, he's now going to get a bunch of stacks. He's getting his attacks off, he's getting his supers off. But I'm not sure if the amount of like extra defense that he's going to gain within this one turn. I mean, he did get hit multiple times. He's got multiple attacks off, which means he's built up part of his passive. He got the buff from being supered. So, I was going to say, I don't know how well he would have tanked a super from Zamasu, but from Rose. But fortunately, we don't need to find out. So, the only problem, I think, with this team, well, I say this team, it kind of applies to a lot of different teams, but the real issue with this event, especially, is the fact that the rotation locking can really mess you up. And especially with Giant 8 Power, we've got a couple of characters like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Oh great, yeah, Vegeta didn't count us, so he's dead. We've got characters like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who very much need to be in like a certain slot, otherwise they are useless, right? Like if Vegeta gets locked in slot 1, it's basically GG. If Goku gets locked in slot 3, it can basically be GG. This is a very weird rotation, because in theory, if we just get a bunch of dodges, like, this could actually be good. And if Rose's AoE in slot 1, which he is, so then he'll hit Broly, which means Broly will at least get 1 extra attack here. I mean, we could clutch this up and like Goku just dodges every single attack, that is very possible that could happen. But yeah, I think this event probably is still the hardest event in the game because of rotation locking. The fact that you could just go into the event and literally on turn 1, because of the lock, it could just be like, okay, well, I've lost then. Like, what am I supposed to do? And it's just very annoying, right? Like, obviously, items are a thing. All right, I bought a Senzu Bean. I remembered to bring an item this time, in case we do get to a point where, you know, the run's looking pretty good, and then rotation locking would be an instant GG. But yeah, obviously it's just very annoying. Whilst no item runs are a thing that people just do out of personal preference, just for fun, to set like themselves a challenge or whatever, there's obviously no actual real reason to do them, especially unless there is literally a mission for doing an event without using items. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but rotation locking is very, very annoying. Fortunately, the upside is with this event, the Rose and Zamasu fight, is there are infinite attempts, and the fight overall can be quite short, depending on how much damage you can output in like a short space of time. Come on, Goku, you dodged all the normals. Oh, bro, really? Why is that always the way? Dodge all the normals and then eat the super. But yeah, as I was saying, like, you can get taken out and then just kind of immediately jump back in because of the unlimited attempts. We are constantly getting rotations with Broly on the first turn, which is pretty cool. Although, of course, I mean, that's kind of an awkward situation for him, but okay. Goku's locked in the middle. I mean, it's not ideal for Broly in longer events for, like, the first turn. I mean, he's going to get, what? He's going to get attacked twice, because Zamasu's healing, so he's not even attacking. So he's going to get attacked by Rose in slot 1 here, and then obviously the AoE at the end of the turn. But before he attacks, he's not going to get any attack at all. So 5 million attack stat. I mean, like I say, mine is only 55%, and his links are all sort of like 5, 6, and 7 at the moment. So obviously he's not going to be looking anything too crazy. But yeah, it's he's one of those units that it just really feels like, and people have pointed it out in the comments and stuff as well, but like when people say like, oh, this unit was made for festival, I feel like that is very true for this Broly. But the problem is, a lot of the time when we get characters that are a stacker, like I think about Hit when he came out, like at the time he actually released, people were like, oh, well, he's a stacker, he's going to be really good in festival. It's like, yeah, but he's also good in other events as well, as long as you had like a couple of turns. He had the dodge. This team's just getting absolutely obliterated now. It's typical. I knew, right, that when I did that run on the private server just for fun after I'd done the Rainbow Showcase for Broly, I knew, absolutely knew, that I should have just recorded it, like, even though I was just messing around. It's because I wasn't, like, I didn't want to do, like, commentary or anything like that. I was literally just, like, playing it just to see how Broly would fare in this event, because obviously Twitter was saying that he would be terrible everywhere except for Festival. And, like, obviously, to be fair, he himself wasn't that great, right? Like, the run went well because of the way the Giant 8-power team works. Specifically, Goku getting the transformation, which obviously, like here, for example, this is a really bad starting setup, because not only do we now have a Goku that doesn't have any links active, but it means if we lose a bunch of HP on this turn, we go into the second turn and we don't have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so we can't go Giant Ape, like, straight away. And that's what's so good about this team. And as this team continues to get buffs, with like the Heroes EZAs this year, Daima Goku eventually coming out, this team's going to be super good and super fun because of the ability that Goku has. Because like I say, if you take enough damage in turn 1, and then you've got a Goku on like the next 2 rotations, that's then 2 turns in a row where you can cancel out the enemy super attack. Then obviously Super Saiyan 4 Goku, once he transforms, has a buff with his 18 key super. So the next rotation is going to be buffed a little bit as well. Like this team can still be really, really good. But yeah, like I say, that winning run that I had, and it was a no-way-in run as well. So obviously I got very lucky with like the way the rotations were locked and everything as well. But it kind of all came down to like, if Broly was a tankier unit, and I hadn't lost as much HP on the first turn, because I think with the fact that Zamasu makes you lose HP but it can't kill you, at the start of the second turn, once that had actually taken effect, I was on 1 HP. So obviously I had like only just barely survived the super attack that Broly took, and then yeah, we were able to just Giant Ape straight away, and then it kind of snowballed from there. Are we actually going to survive the first turn for once here? There we go. Goku actually dodging the supers. Let's go. And it was the Goku with no links active, so... Alright, so we've got another bad rotation situation. So fortunately we can put the Super Saiyan 4s in the slots where they're not going to be at complete disadvantage. But it means Broly's going to be in slot 1 with no attacks again taking place before he gets to do anything. So... obviously, this is Broly's first turn. He's got that damage reduction. At 55%, obviously, I think mine does actually have a skill orb for some additional. So he does have a chance that he could potentially do an additional from the hidden potential. But he didn't. So, now he takes 2 hits. Yeah, Vegeta taking 230k from an AoE. I think that might put us in... that puts us in Super Saiyan 3 Goku transformation range now. The only problem is, of course, as we've already seen here multiple times, the Super Saiyan 4s, if they don't counter a super from either Rose or Zamasu here, then they just get killed. So, and it's a 50%. They got a coin flip chance to counter the super, but they didn't again. Bruh. 900k. How much health do we actually have? Like on full HP, how much does this team have with the 55% Broly?
Alright, let's do this.
796, so just under 800k. So obviously, like, we cannot survive that super even if we were on full health. Who's getting locked? It's gonna be Broly, isn't it? Because the whole point is, yep. I was gonna say the whole point is to see how Broly can potentially do on this team. Oh, and I attacked Zamasu, man. That's the other annoying thing about constantly jumping back into this event. Like, attacking Zamasu is definitely a terrible idea. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, though, hopefully. This will be the run where, now that there's a bunch of attacks in slot 1, yeah, I was going to say, this will be the run where no one will super attack in slot 1 now, because, yeah, so I could have just put Goku in slot 1, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, of course, can counter Ki Blast super attacks. Both of these guys have Ki Blast super attacks. So, of course, neither of them Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. What's really funny is it's like a side tangent, and I'm not going to say who it was, like, be mean, and, like, you know, I don't want to divert any sort of, like, negative attention or anything, but Twitter do be being Twitter. I literally saw somebody today made a post arguing about why, like, saying, well, not even arguing why, because they didn't really give any good reasons, but just saying that attempt limits on events are good, which is, like, obviously a molten lava hot take, because I think almost everybody disagrees with that. But, like, how many attempts have we had of this already? Like, obviously I could use a different team, I could use items, like, I'm not, you know, forced to do this event a certain way with a certain team or whatever, but, like, I just got the Broly, he's just come out, I want to try him on a Giant 8 power team, I want to try him in this event, like, especially considering with things like rotation locking, it's very easy to jump into this event and just like, oh, well, you're just dead immediately on the first turn. And that can happen multiple times. And then, yeah, the unit that you've just, like, I saw someone sum it up well in a comment. I mean, we've talked about it over the years multiple times. I've got nothing really, like, new to say about it. But, yeah, it's like the unit that you've just spent money, essentially. Not necessarily, but the unit that you've just spent currency in-game, regardless of whether you're free to play or you've bought it. Like, the new unit's just come out. You've spent currency to purchase or, like, to summon that unit. And then after having, like, a couple of attempts that potentially not even through any fault of your own, just through, like, bad RNG, even if you've played your rotations as well as you can, like, something happens and you lose, like, a few times, and then the game's just like, yeah, you don't get to play this event anymore today. So, sorry, just come back tomorrow. Like, I genuinely don't understand any argument for why attempt limits are good. The only thing somebody said, which I get that, like, Twitter can be an absolute cesspool sometimes with people with their agendas for units and stuff, but, like, one of their only arguments was that if you have unlimited attempts, people can just reset the event unlimited times until they get the absolute perfect starting setup, win the event, and then post a screenshot being like, see, this unit or, like, this team is good, I beat the, like, toughest event, like, with no items or whatever, without like telling you that they reset it like 100 times to get the perfect rotation. But the thing is, the response to that is like, who cares? Like, somebody else wasting their time doing 100 resets to push a stupid agenda, like, shouldn't bother you at all, especially not enough to then support, like, a mechanic in the game that most people don't like. Like, the number of times, especially for me as a content creator, obviously when a new event comes out, I want to get that event done and post the video of me doing it on the day it comes out. But there's been times where I have lost, like, all 5 times, all 6 times. Even when it gets to the point where if I lose, like, 4 times, then it's like, oh, okay, well, I really need to do the video for this, so now I need to lock in and actually use, like, items in a support memory and stuff like that. But even then, you can still get bad RNG and still lose. So then, yeah, I end up having used all my attempts for the day and actually not beaten the event, which is super annoying. And then there's Goku not dodging again. So yeah, there's a good example. Broly on the Giant 8 power team, I mean... The team can work for events that Broly would be good in, I guess, which, as we now kind of know, isn't really very many. But yeah, I think Broly is... I might do a video talking about it in more detail. Maybe I'll make a post for people to give their comments on. But Broly just feels like a massive fumble. When we said it, like, earlier on, for a unit, like, to say that he's made for a festival... it's basically the only event that he's good in. So very, very disappointing. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of Broly down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Giant 8 Power. What are the buffs you're most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.